Hello guys, this is Gwendy from NSTD Studios, and if you clicked on this video, that means you are eager to watch one of my live streams. I usually live stream making animations, sometimes illustrations, like character designs and whatnot, but this time around, you click this because you want to see me make another animatic. And as of these days, I usually make epic animatics, so I guess that's what you're here for. So yeah, just sit back, relax, and wait a little bit as I prepare um the technical aspects of this live stream, and I hope that you guys will have fun during yeah, the live stream. The chat is pretty chill, so yeah, interact with everyone else, interact with me. I do have fun interacting with a live audience. So, yeah, let's go ahead and. Yeah, my son is in the background. You will hear my son a lot, by the way, during my live streams. But so, yeah, that's it. And yeah, let's wait for a little bit, and the live stream will start in just a few more minutes.
Eurylochus, light up 5 torches. I opened the windbag. 6 torches.
Scylla is Odysseus. Hear me out. Scylla's first and repeated line is deep down, a line first sung by Odysseus in Just a Man.
Deep down, I would trade the world to see my son and wife.
That line speaks of the desire to survive and come home regardless of the price. It's the same theme sung throughout the Scylla song, and the part when Scylla kills those 6 men sounds like she's commanding them to die, which is what Odie did when he commanded Eurylochus to light 6 torches, sending those 6 men to their deaths. Last but not least, Scylla sings that she and Odysseus are the same, twice. So yeah, Odysseus separately this again. The songs of the Thunder Saga mirrors a hurricane's progression. Hear me out. It begins with a bright and sunny song in Suffering. As thunderclouds gather in different beasts,
We are the man-made monsters.
the storm claims its first casualties in Scylla, reaching the quiets of the eye of the hurricane at the end of the song.
We are the same, you and I.
The storm intensifies in Mutiny, then peaks in Thunderbringer with death and devastation. Finally, the storm dissipates and Thunderbringer ends with peaceful notes as the men are laid to rest in the depths of the sea. In other words, Jay's a genius. I think I lost one of my owls.
I got You're well?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Gwendy from NSTD Studios, and I am not sure what's going on, you guys. I think it might have been those specific videos that are buffering. Maybe it's a little too much for my PC at the moment. But it is actually raining where I am. Like it's really raining hard. So hopefully nothing untoward will happen. Like we won't get that like we won't have power outages because that's a thing here in my country, power outages. Also, as recently as a few days ago, we actually had a bit of a flash flood here. Like literally, my our house was flooded. and we had to take steps in order to make sure that we won't get sick, and we had a lot of stuff that was damaged. Fortunately, we were able to save my PC, and let's just hope that the rain doesn't really like go like, Zeus, please give me a chance to recover. He really brought on the thunder last time. Like, oh my god, Thunderbringer, please stop with the floods. Maybe that was Poseidon. It's kind of strange because we live in a very elevated area. So yeah, the rain was just really it was really raining hard at that time, and our drainage couldn't handle the amount of water coming in. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I'm still kind of traumatized actually. I hate I've like right now I hate the rain. Anyway, let's go ahead and greet the folks in the chat. I'm just gonna go ahead and scroll up. So hello, Hermes Onion, welcome back. Niam, welcome back. Hi Jesse. Rosie, hello. Vega, welcome back. Gabrielle, welcome back. Here's my son who's saying hello. Say hello. Okay, say hello, chat.
Hello, chat.
My husband is also here, so when I start animating, my husband will be reading off the chat for me, so I can concentrate on animating and not have to look at the chat all the time. Also, let me see who else. I think that's everyone for now. Let's see if there are any questions in the chat from Jesse. A question: was it absolutely necessary to sacrifice 6 men? Did Odie just accelerate the sacrifice because Scylla would have killed them anyway, or could he have done something to avoid it? Oh, now that this question is out, let's go ahead and set some rules. We can discuss theories and analysis of the Thunder Saga and the previous sagas, no problem with that. But let's avoid referencing the future sagas, okay? If I'm the only one who's allowed. but I'll only discuss the future sagas if absolutely necessary. And I will mention in the chat that we will be talking spoilers. So those who want to avoid the spoilers can mute the stream until such a time I say that it's okay to unmute. But let's not discuss anything about the future sagas, okay? As much as possible. Now, to answer your question, Jesse, let's if we look at it from the myth, in the Jay, of course, has a lot of did a lot of creative liberties with the story because it's, of course, it's his own. It's his own now. It's his own adaptation. In the myth, Odysseus and his men were actually given the choice between Scylla and Charybdis, two sea monsters, very infamous sea monsters, and Odysseus was pretty much caught between a rock and a hard place. He didn't necessarily need to sacrifice his men, if I recall, right? Or wait. If I recall correctly, the men were willing to be sacrificed.
Yes.
Yeah, the men were actually in on it. They were willing to be sacrificed because if they, it was either 6 or all of the remaining men. Because Charybdis is more powerful in a way, or does a lot more damage than Scylla. At least
entire ships.
Yeah. Charybdis basically eats entire ships. My husband is really into Greek mythology, so I also refer to him for information like that. So, Odie had to make a choice between 6 men or all. And the men were in on it, and they chose to go through the route of Scylla. But, I feel like, with, this, iteration, it was absolutely necessary to sacrifice the 6 men. Because Odysseus, like, in this, the same as the myth, he had to make a choice between 6 men or the remaining 36 would be. Yeah, there are only 42 men left, so the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Yeah, so he had to make a choice. But again, in the myth, the men were in on it. They were willing to be sacrificial lambs. But in this adaptation, Odysseus kept it to himself. So yeah,
That's the only thing I didn't agree about. He didn't tell his men. He just kept
the men didn't know because they had beeswax in their ears.
No, before that, when
Yeah, after that maybe. After that, he should have maybe talked to his men. But I think if he had talked to his men they would have said no.
The rebellion would have come early.
And the mutiny might have come early. Nobody would have stepped into to be the sacrifice, I feel like. Or maybe, I think Odysseus was trying to minimize the risk of the men saying, you know, he didn't want to risk it. He didn't want to risk the fact that the men would probably say no. Let me see, who else? Who? Scylla has 6 heads, 6 men were needed so that all 6 heads are nom-nomming. Nom-nomming on a human.
What
So then
about-
Odie and
what
his
about
crew
the-
can just
the-
rope,
the head?
rope for their lives. Yes.
What about the singing one? Then
What singing? Wait.
the woman,
What woman?
the woman head.
She doesn't. She's just base. If we're gonna base it off Jace design, she can't move. She's in the mouth of this giant skeleton-like a creature,
Ah,
and her only appendage are the Hydra things.
and they didn't point. They didn't show that they didn't have the dog heads, no.
No, not the dog heads. Let me just check the chat. Good evening, Gabrielle. Ali is saying hello. By the way, guys, if you saw the latest animatic that we made yesterday, my husband voiced both Yuri and Odysseus. Hermes is also saying hello.
And I'm glad you liked Teresha sounded
Zesty.
You're welcome.
Let's see. I don't think Odysseus man. What is that? Hey, Anya. Let's keep it PG. Yeah, exactly. If they chose Charybdis, they would all have died. Caught between a whirlpool and a 6-headed monster. You gotta make a choice. You gotta make a choice. How many people would choose a 6-headed monster over a whirlpool? Probably a lot more than you think, Rosie, because it's either certain death or maybe death. So yeah. Couldn't he have tried to get rid of the heads with his blade? No. If we saw, Jay already posted the animatic by Ilyan Ziz. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. Those things are huge.
And
Those
also-
necks
also-
are huge.
Also, Jesse, we'd like to point out that even the king, the
Yeah,
god
even
of the sea
Poseidon is scared of
afraid
Scylla.
of Scylla.
Even Poseidon is scared of Scylla. So I don't think men and their blades would be able to do anything at all, if at all. If I talked to his men, mutiny wouldn't have happened before Scylla. No, I feel like Odysseus knew that there was a risk that they would not agree, and so
They would have thrown.
they would
all
have
off.
like they might have gone through a mutiny beforehand. Let's see. Okay, let me just see. They would have just thrown audio off the ship. Captain is meant to emphasize his ruthlessness. Yeah, that's there. Let's see. Thank you, Gabrielle. Sea of Monsters. Great voice acting.
I don't know. I feel that I screwed up.
You guys can call my husband. It's kind of long though. His user. You can just call him Pika. But his username is Darth Pika the Chew. But you can just call him Pika. Yeah, about the. Okay, let's start with character designs. Okay, so as you guys, if you've been in my, I think a lot of you have been in the last live stream. I talked about how I'm gonna do suffering first. I'm actually gonna do different beasts next, and then I'll do Scylla. So I'm actually doing everything in order, unless something changed, unless something changes. So as you can see here, I don't. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about Odysseus because that's a spoiler right there. But you can probably infer. Okay, you can probably infer about that costuming and stuff. But we do see Telemachus here. Yeah, that's Telemachus. My design of Telemachus, and that's also Penelope. Now I'm gonna talk about my character design a little bit. Let's talk about Penelope first. Penelope, I chose for her to have okay, the particular Odysseus family. I chose their colors specifically. So I went with blue for Odysseus. I don't know if you noticed, but in the previous animatics that I did, it was a more saturated blue. But this point in time, it's like a paler, more dirty blue. Even the blacks of his waistband and his armlets, whatever, are not even black anymore. It's everything is faded. You know. Thank you. So this is a much older Odysseus than what we had before. So for Penelope, I chose yellow because she's the light of Odysseus' life, the color of the sun, yellow. Um, Also, the pauldron here that we see here, it's actually suggested by Corsavos, who used to be a fixture in the live streams. Um, the pauldron symbolizes Penelope's connection to Sparta. I wanted her to have some sort of warrior ness in her because yes, Penelope is from Sparta. And I also gave her I tried to look for like crowns, ancient crowns and stuff, but I didn't want it to look too Greek. If you know what I mean, I wanted to be modernized a little bit. So I chose instead of like sort of I chose I actually got inspiration from Hera, from the statues of Hera, but I made it like a crown over here. And then also hold on. So, with Penelope, I chose for her to also be a brunette, like Odysseus. I tried to look for descriptions of her. I couldn't find any. Um, and then what else? What else can I discuss? Oh yeah. Um, you saw my Cersei design, right? And the thing is, Penelope is beautiful in her own way, but Odysseus didn't go after her for her looks. He went after her for her brains. That's what he fell in love with, her brains. So I actually made the conscious choice to still make her beautiful, but not as beautiful as Cersei and all the other goddesses. That's a conscious choice on my part. There's you can see some wrinkles by her eyes because she's already older at this point. Because it's been what, so long, beyond 12 years. So let's see what else. The blue here, that's actually also to connect her to Odysseus. So I chose for her to have a little bit of a blue. Uh, Homer said they were perfect match because Penelope was as cunning as Odysseus. Yes. Uh, Hello, Mal. Hi. Actually, it, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just that I know it's early for a lot of you guys in the West. It's actually 6:30 p.m. where I am. It's almost like dinner time. Working on the Thunder Saga already? Yes, SH. Right now, I'm just explaining because I'm gonna be working on Suffering. I'm explaining my design for Penelope because at the start of the animatic, I will depict the Siren as Penelope. We will see her as Odys or as the Siren wants the audience to see her. Hi, Sarina. Thank you, Jesse. Hi, Robbie. Hello again. Sandu, hello. Uh, yeah, she pulled 108 suitors. Yes, even in her in her age. Wait, what happened with this? What the heck? Oh no! Oh no! I made a mistake. Oh no! Oh no! What did I do? Oh no! There it is. There it is. Okay. Okay. I accidentally pulled the thingy. Okay. So now we're gonna talk a little bit. Okay. What the heck? Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about Telemachus. Um. So let's just. I actually made his features like a combination. Christoph, hi! I actually made his features a combination of his parents. So he has Odysseus's eyes. He actually has Penelope's nose and eyebrows. But generally, he has Odysseus's features. His hair is Odysseus's hair. But the design, oh, this is his hair color, I mean. But the design is his mother's. They have the same bangs, but the back of his hair is like a shortened version of his father's hair. And also if you notice, um, Telemachus has some colors of his parents. There's the yellow, there's the blue of Odysseus. Also the green is a combination of red and blue, right? So that's why I chose green for Telemachus. Also, he's a breath of fresh air. Like, he's so green. Hold on, hold on. Yeah. Telemachus is canonically a boy favorite. Bro has no idea how to talk to other people in Odyssey. Yes, blue and yellow. That's why I chose it. Also, another conscious choice I made was for the entire family to have I'm not telling Telemachus and J Lightning God. Different skin tone. Actually the same skin tone as Penelope. Odysseus is, I don't know if it's obvious. He's just a little bit tanner because he's been out at sea for a while. But Telemachus has his mother's what that no. Telemachus has his mother's skin tone. Also, I also made a conscious choice to make sure that only Odysseus and his family have these armbands. No one else, not even the gods. Well, maybe the gods have the fancy gauntlets, but Telemachus, Penelope, and Odysseus are the only ones who have these. That's a conscious choice. Uh, where did he get that smile? Ain't neither of his parents got that joyful spirit. Not anymore, at least. He's still very naive, in my opinion. Just a very naive little boy. He still is very idealistic, in my opinion. At least based on his song the legendary, it's he's still pretty young. So yeah, that's we're gonna be focusing on Penelope design in a bit. Now what we're gonna do is we are gonna be I'm not gonna be designing the sirens up and not until the very end. Um or not until at least the start of when I start making different beasts. Because we only see the siren partially. Okay, hold on, you guys, hold on. My son isn't in a good mood. Hold on. Not exposed to the horrors of existence. Not yet. That's why he's so idealistic. Like, maybe I could fight those monsters. Oh wait. Ooh. Sorry. Oh, we're not supposed to be discussing about the future songs. I'm sorry, you guys. My bad. My bad. Let's not discuss about the. Let's not. Yeah, yeah. Warn me. Hubby, warn me.
I was busy dealing with him. Sorry.
um. Yeah. Literally Disney princess. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so now that I've finished discussing about Penelope and Telemachus and Odysseus a little bit, we are actually going to start with the animation proper. Or at least the animation rough sketches. I barely have 3 hours to do this
Again, with the
because I have a shift tonight. So, but this time around, I'm not gonna be in a hurry. Not like yesterday, no. Yesterday, I was in a hurry because I wanted to finish the animatic before my shift. But we are gonna be having several of these live streams. No more full speed ahead. We're just gonna take our sweet, sweet time. Um, okay. Unless we lose power. Oh my god. Um, hopefully we don't lose power, you guys. Wait, is the light charged? You know, the emergency light? The one that we used as a light stick during the reunion.
charging.
Okay.
But you're
Yeah.
not taking it.
Okay.
Uh,
The stress was melting. When did Odie get the scar on his left eye? Eee. Um, it's not
no.
official. It's not official, but the reason I put the scar there was from Mutiny, from his fight with Eurylochus. Yeah, that is the reason for the scar. But now we know that in the fight
He didn't
he
get.
didn't get a scar. But I want to keep the scar.
So we're going to put it somewhere else.
So yeah, perhaps we will put it somewhere else.
Some other time.
Some other
So
song where he will get hurt, which we will not be talking about. But yeah, I don't know about animatics, but how do you make your character designs consistent all throughout the animatics? Uh, Good question, Gabrielle. Good question. I honestly I've never thought about that. It's just that when I make character designs, I just make sure that I make them as consistent as possible. So I make note about how I design like the shape of the face. Very important though, I make sure to follow how I design the eyes. The eyes are very important to me. If you notice, my characters have distinctly different features. In anime characters tend to have the same features over and over again. Like you wouldn't know which character is which if you switch their hair, you know. But with my characters, I make sure that they have different eye shapes, different nose shapes, and it makes it easier. Although it would have been easier if I just made them all the same character design. Um, Having a character sheet like this actually helps make sure that my designs are going to be consistent. Yeah, Odie was stabbed in the stomach, yes. So the scar in his eye, that's going to have to be moved to another song in the future. It's probably not going to be official unless Jay changes something. Okay, let's go back. First part of this of suffering. This is actually I don't storyboard. I mentioned this to you guys. I don't do storyboarding. Let me just make my voice a bit louder. Hopefully you can hear me because the rain is getting stronger. Ugh, I hate that. Um, so the first part is the only part that I've planned so far. And I'm gonna use my handy dandy pencil. I have specific pencils that I use for sketching. So we are just gonna do some roughs right now. I know, right? The scar looks great on him. That's why I hope that Jay would actually have a scar, like implement a scar for him in the future. How do you get the motivation to draw make animatic? Because I will make one single sketch and then become lazy to finish it. Malayo tayo, Christoph. There is a storm. How do I get the motivation? I don't know about motivation. It's more like a hyperfixation. I have a hyperfixation. If I hyperfix on something, it's like it won't. It's like a friggin' leech that won't let go unless I finish it. You know. That's how it is. Laging tumatakbo aking motivation. Ako hindi. Walang I get overwhelmed. I do get overwhelmed, but the motivation is still there.
you did say that deadlines are the best motivation.
What?
You did say that the deadlines are the best motivation.
No, they're asking if where do I get the motivation to draw?
Deadlines.
No, not deadlines. I don't impose deadlines on myself. Well, okay, fine. I do. I did yesterday. Thanks, Niam. Okay. I already have the idea about how to do it. I'm just trying to see about how I can implement it. Ah, this requires some special effects. Okay, here's we are gonna like do something here, you guys. Uh, yeah, I need this. We are going to do something. I'm just gonna do a rough sketch. This is what happens when you don't do storyboards. You get stuck. This is not so yeah, I'm just making a general shape for the siren because I need it right now. Yeah. It's basically an inside joke for us now, Vega. I have motivation, matamad lang ako. Hey, the thing is, even if you have motivation but you're lazy, you can actually turn that laziness around. Find shortcuts. Find an easy way to do hard things. I don't know what to even start stuff I really want to do because I hyperfix on stuff I really like, but then I get so many ideas that are impossible. Here's how I look about it, Robbie. Um, you look, it's like washing dishes, like a mountain of dishes. If you look at a mountain of dishes, you get overwhelmed. And then you say, nah, I'm not going to do it. It's too much. But if you start with one plate at a time, before you know it, you'll be done. So it's really basically baby steps. So if all the ideas are so overwhelming, just focus on one first. Like, I'm overwhelmed about doing suffering, but I focused this time on, okay, let's start with the first scene. What do I want for the first scene? And then I focus on that, and so now I have the first scene in my head. Yeah, when you're zoning in, yes. Okay. So we are gonna do. And I know that's a mermaid, but okay. I'm not supposed to even do the siren design right now, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. Let's make it different from a mermaid. Like, I want no problem, Robbie. I want to say that I'm gonna add gills over here. You know, I'm adding the gills on the tail because, like Odysseus said, cut off their tails, throw their bodies to the sea, let them drown. Without their tails, they won't be able to breathe underwater. So I need to make sure that those gills are friggin' visible. The gills are not in the human part. They're on the tails. I'll just make it 3, like a shark. Cause yeah. Um there are, of course, there are 5 gill and 6 gill sharks, but sharks commonly have 3 gills. So the sirens, I feel like are in a way sharks in the water, you know. Opportunistic hunters. So maybe let's have a bit of a shark inspiration then. Maybe 2 legs. I want to have the tail because there's a reason for that. I'm gonna tell you guys. So the first scene is this is how it's gonna go. The camera is gonna start at the tail end of the siren, and it's slowly gonna pan up, right? And then what's gonna happen is as the camera pans up, uh, the siren actually transforms. So the tail slowly becomes legs and slowly changes into their nakedness slowly has clothes, and then the siren face changes into Penelope's face. So as the sirens are singing in the background, we actually have a transformation sequence. That's the first scene. Am I the only one who thinks the sirens should look like some monsters, like the face features to show sea monsters? I am actually gonna show that they're monsters, But of course, this time around, they're using this particular siren is using its powers to turn into Penelope, or to make Odie hallucinate or whatever. To take, you know. Um, yeah, the tail could be longer. I'm still thinking about. I don't want the tail to be beautiful, because that's mermaid stuff. And let's see. Uh, yeah, vampiric mermaids. Yes, Sirenetti. So I am going to add like a fin here, and then let's make it a bit smaller. And to think, I just said we're not gonna design the sirens. She says as she lies. I didn't lie. I didn't know I needed to design the sirens. Okay, like at this point, I didn't know. And then this, I'm thinking lionfish as well. So spikes. They're spiky. Their tails are spiky. Because of course, lionfish, invasive species, they do a lot of damage. And I also want to imply that that's the reason why Odysseus and his men couldn't eat the siren tail. Because they're venomous. I don't want to go for rotting corpse for the rotting version siren. I still want to make them beautiful, but monstrously beautiful, No more siren sushi. We won't design the siren, she said, like a liar. So I'm gonna have like this. I'm even gonna have maybe a spine here. Like they're gonna have spines. So this is a combination. This is gonna be a combination of shark and lionfish. So one look and you'll know it's dangerous. And sort of like webbed here. Something like that. So kind of like a lionfish tail. It's already there. No sinigang na siren. Hello, Shibim. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm butchering your names. Okay, I'll pronounce it the best as I can. I think that the siren should stay the same, and she thinks that Odysseus sees her as Penelope. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna do that, cause remember this is basically Odysseus's POV. We are, as the audience, is seeing the siren through the eyes of Odysseus. If I actually show that this is a siren all throughout, it's gonna take away from the illusion, So I have to show it as Penelope. But as I mentioned earlier, I will, of course, there's a transformation sequence. We actually get to see Penelope, the siren, transform into Penelope. In a way, No wing. Wait. No siren with Penelope wing. No. Also, another thing. She's gonna look like Penelope, but I will add details that seem off. I already showed you guys my design for Penelope. So I'm gonna one of the things that I plan to do. Yes, exactly, Vega. I want to make it so that not exactly that no one understands it. It's like they're gonna wonder what is that about. It's more like if you know, you know. But right now we know it's a siren, right? So the first part is gonna be an implication. It's a close up of the tail. We're actually not gonna see like the full siren. The camera is gonna start panning from the tail, then the transformation happens, and we only see bits and pieces of the transformation into Penelope. So we actually even get to see a little bit of the Siren face before it transforms into Penelope, before it morphs into Penelope's face. So yeah. Yeah, save the monster Siren for the reveal. Exactly. I'm gonna save it for different beasts. Or at least, we'll see, maybe towards the end of Suffering. Uh, I already have the sequence in mind. So here's the thing. I planned out the sequence from the beginning, and I planned out the sequence for the end. I don't have anything for the middle yet. I love the angler light bulbs because the only female anglerfish have it. Plus, it does the same thing. Anglerfish is also a good inspiration. In a way, this is like anglerfish in a way. I mean, yeah. So I'm just gonna add like the she's even gonna have like in the spine area, like whatever there. Let me just save this. Let's go with the face as well. Anyway, we're gonna be seeing the face a little bit. Maybe when the illusion drops. Yeah, it does. Yes and no. I'm not gonna tell you guys about that yet. I'm gonna keep it close to my chest about what happens in the final sequence. But I did plan it out already. What drawing app are you using again? Clip Studio Paint EX. Hello, welcome again, Diana. Welcome. We're just I told the chat I wasn't gonna design the sirens right now, and yet, like a liar, I'm designing the siren. But okay, I'm gonna try my best not to lie this time. I'm gonna restrain myself from inking and coloring the siren. I'm gonna like restrain myself so hard. I left for about 40 minutes and then I come back and see the yeah, that's gonna be for different beasts. But for now, okay. Anyway, we know that Odysseus is gonna shoot Penelope with a bow and arrow, right? I just thought of something. I just thought of this right now, which isn't something that I planned for the last part. But after Odysseus, I might not yet, not 100% sure. After Odysseus shoots Penelope, Sirenelope, I might make her drop on the deck of the ship, and then it's like all tails now. Wait, that's from different beasts. When she drops, yeah. Watch her not restrain herself. Patrick, hello. Okay, my husband is checking. Hopefully, we don't get flooded again. And then I'm gonna make her monsters. She's gonna have boobies, right? She's gonna have boobies, but there's no nippies. Is it flooding?
Yes.
Oh no, it's flooding. What? A lot?
Stop.
Oh no. Uh Cross fingers, guys. Hopefully the okay. Water is starting to come in to the house again. Last time the water was ankle deep. Right now it's just coming in a little bit. Yeah. But it's not yet to the point of an emergency, but anyway, my computer, my PC is off the floor because of that experience. It's on top of a shelf, so no worries about that. I'm, I'm literally gonna be a friggin' siren. Water on all. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want to be a siren. Please, no more water. I can't. I can't.
Oh no!
Is it coming in?
It's coming in from
Oh
another
crap!
place.
Yeah, it's coming in from the floor or something.
No.
Can you put stuff in it. Guys, it's starting to become an emergency. Seriously. Um.
Embassy muna na.
Yeah. What? Okay. Okay. Guys, I'm really sorry. Um. I'm gonna have to end the stream. This is starting to become an emergency. It's happening again. It's flooding. Eh, crap. How do I do this? So, I'm gonna keep I'm gonna. The sirens have cursed me. Okay, the sirens have freaking cursed me. I'll show you pictures later on about the. No. Maybe the gods don't want me to do suffering. Well, they want me to suffer. Yeah, I know water is on the floor. Oh my god, it's spreading. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh no. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Thank you guys for staying. I will try to stream again when things are safer. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I'll be back soon. Okay, bye for now. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.